We should count down by the ABVs of the beers. 15, 11, 4.5.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Ales and Tales podcast. I am Mike Mercurio, your host, with my co-hosts and beer buddies, Ben Purrier.
Let's drink some beer.
Got our guest host, Jim Tony.
Yeah.
Curve.
Man of few words, man of many beers. And Jim McCarthy behind the controls.
All right, fellas, you ready to wreck your palate?
So,
Yes. It's going to be a fun episode.
today is going to be the palate wrecker slash I thought
Tongue mindfuck?
yes, tongue mindfuck. I like it. So we're going to go for two extremes today. We're going to go for two different types of beers that at least two of us are not primary fans of. So we're going to do
It's
it.
going to be my favorite show. Putting everybody through torture.
Ben loves the torture.
Yes.
It's funny.
Well, it's because I like the beer.
Right.
He's fine
You
either
guys
way.
are crazy. This is fantastic.
So you already know which one who likes both, and there's not going to be an issue in this. So we're going to be doing both a stout and a sour.
A barrel-aged stout.
So we're going to go ahead and just break all the rules and our taste buds as well. So it should be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So first off,
Beavis and Butthead breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
okay. So a couple things. Obviously, you can follow us on the Ales and Tales podcast Instagram and give us some thumbs up. I thought you were giving a thumbs up.
No, that was
Just
counting.
counting down.
Counting down.
Oh, that would be
German
up.
counting.
You can follow us on the Ales and Tales Facebook page. We're working on a whole bunch of other stuff that's coming as we move forward. So we're excited to see what we can bring to you guys. This can be a lot of fun, and it already is, especially for us because we're already drinking the beer. But hopefully for you guys as well, as you either watch, as you'll now notice, we are video, or as you listen on audio. Okay, so Ben, tell us what we're starting off with so that Jim can go ahead and cringe.
We have a nice little barrique action. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, brewery in Nashville. They do no wrong and crush it on every level. This is the Double Barrel Dream Walking Imperial Stout, aged 10 months in Willet bourbon barrels, finished for 11 months in maple syrup barrels.
Wow. There's some pancakes.
I'm in on that.
Yeah, this is a, I don't know what the camera is, 10.1% beer.
Why did you give it the quotations on
Because
that?
if you know, you know.
So in other words, folks, it may be a little more than that.
So, I mean, I don't think this is giving away any secrets. So 10.1 is the limit. So alcohol is taxed by weight and not by volume. Like unlike ABV, it's ABW. And so 10.1 is just kind of where the equation works out to pay a shit ton more taxes on your beer. So if you're ever in Nashville and you see a beer labeled at 10.1, very good chance it might be, because there's no law on when they have to measure the specific gravity.
So it's hit the cap. So
Yeah.
they keep rid of the
So,
cap.
yeah.
I gotcha.
So they measured it there, and it may or may not be.
They'll find a way to tax anything. My gosh.
Absolutely.
So North Carolina has a pet tax.
You got to be kidding me.
They did years ago.
Not really.
Hence me not being in North Carolina. That's not the reason, but that's one of the reasons I'm not in North Carolina.
Okay.
They're like New York
I lived
Junior.
there all my life
Anyway,
before I moved here. Didn't know that. Yes, I'm excited about this one.
so what do we know about Barrique, other than the fact that everything I've ever had by them I love?
Started not that long ago. I mean, essentially out of his garage, and he kind of got his name by specializing in wild ales. So,
Which I like a lot.
You do like, but you don't like sours.
Yeah, that would.
Sours are just straight up there, the name. They are sour. Wild is not necessarily sour. It's just got a
wild ale
twang.
does not a sour make. That is factual.
All right.
All right, yeah.
Let's give this a whirl. So it's barrel aged twice, one in a bourbon barrel and then in a maple barrel. So I'm guessing this is going to be a sweeter side of things. Is that what you said?
It's going to be on the boozy side of things.
Well, explain in a whiskey barrel, there's the element of whiskey that it's permeated, right? So it absorbs those qualities, and then they transfer it to a maple barrel, is what you're saying? So like maple syrup type of So that's the purpose of it.
And it might have even been there was already they could have had like the whiskey aged in a barrel, take the whiskey out, put maple syrup in, age the maple syrup in, and then take it out. And sometimes I don't know which way this was done, if it was done that way or if it was just maple syrup dumped into a fresh barrel and then.
And what kind of maple syrup is it? Is it pure Vermont or is it like Aunt Jemima's?
I don't know. They generally use good ingredients. I mean, you talk about it, they make their peach sour and it's 40 pounds of peaches per barrel or something just absolutely absurd.
Oh
so I imagine they used good maple syrup. At least I hope they did.
All right, so peach is one of my favorite fruits, so that might be a sour I could enjoy.
Oh yeah, their peach is good. Now I found the peach barrel heads kind of fell off a little bit.
All right, so we're getting the. You're about to open it.
Maybe.
There we go.
This is going to be the new standard, I can already tell.
So
it's great. Get the berry white open.
And once again, if you haven't seen episode 1 and 2, just know that we spend a lot of times like this.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Thanks to our producer, Jim.
Of course.
That's that baby making music.
Just for the record, the bottle, I love the shape of the bottle. It's a great shape. That's very cool.
Little 500 milliliter.
And it's got the Barrique logo on the front, which is the kegs stacked, 3 kegs.
Barrels. So all their beer is barrel aged. So all their lagers, all their sours, everything is put into a barrel and aged.
Nice.
They take the time to do things quality.
Mm-hmm. Looks good. Looks very nice. And so if you guys do follow us on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see a picture of this, so you'll be able to see what it looks like, so you can find it. Is this pretty easy to find, by the way?
A lot of places carry Barrique now. This was a brewery release. There was 3 of them. There was the base, there was the maple, and I can't remember what the other one was. I've got the other 2 at home still. I haven't popped them. But yeah, Barrique's pretty easy to find, at least in Nashville. I don't know what their distribution looks like outside of Nashville.
Thank you, sir.
But if you ever come into Nashville, if you're not from here, go to Barrique. It's right down the road from the stadium.
Really?
So you'll see people walking, leaving games, and it blows my mind because there's all these out-of-towners walking by, one of the best breweries in Nashville. Like, their sours are second to none. I would put their sours against Three Fontaine, against Cantillon, against any of the big dogs in the wild ale category. They knock it out of the park, and he produces a lot. And the backstory is he does sound work. So he goes on tour with, I don't think it's a secret. He's Darius Rucker's sound guy.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Hootie. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so then this kind of was the side project, and it's kind of become more of, I guess, a main gig for him.
It's a fun side project because, again, everything I've had from them is great. I've not had, everything I've had has been pretty much just their ales. Mm-hmm. So very limited in what I've had, but what I've had is fantastic. Sours, I have obviously not gone out of my way and gone, hey, give me one of those, because I hate stuff like that. But
we'll go together and we'll get a bottle or 2 and let you sample and try.
Or 2, he says.
Or 2.
Yeah.
Hey, so anything's worth doing. It's worth doing right.
That's right.
But
their lagers are great. They'll do smoked beer like Roush beer, and oh man, it's so good.
Interesting. So a couple things I want to point out. First off, when you pour this, there's like 0 head to this beer whatsoever. Mm-hmm. It is so much alcohol. There is no frothiness like you pour a IPA or any ales. Typically, this just went straight into immediate pool of black liquid. I will say that compared to the stout we reviewed last time, which was very good, that one did not leave legs like a wine. So if you're familiar with, a wine, when you swirl it in the glass, or whiskey, when you swirl it in the glass, what is remaining on the glass will slowly, it basically coats and then it trickles down. And you can normally tell the alcohol content, if you're really good about it, by the legs. So if you twist this to one side, you'll see legs running. Mm-hmm. This is...
Cue the ZZ Top.
She's got legs. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. I'm just fascinated by looking at it. I haven't even dove into anything yet.
The more I do this all morning, the more I want to stink. Mm-hmm. We're on episode number 3 in one session, so we're very lush and warm.
That is fantastic.
So the smell, typical stout. It's got that nice coffee / cocoa /
You don't get a whole lot of ethanol barrel off the nose. It doesn't smell too pungent, too strong.
It smells like it's going to be sweet.
It was aged
Again,
in barrels.
another great selection
Get
for a
the maple
cigar.
off of it.
Macanudo or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
Okay. So the last stout I said was not sweet.
This is sweet.
This is sweet.
Yeah.
You
The
can
last
you
stout was
immediately
really
taste
too.
the maple.
I'm generally not a sweet stout guy. You know, when you just, I guess it gets more into the thicker lactose sweet stouts. Like I'm good with this. I guess I like maple and
I love maple. That's why I like. I think one of my favorite notes in a bourbon is a good maple, a caramel or a maple, and this fits it. This is it's very sweet, very mapley. The first thing I get is just maple, and then there might be some other stuff coming along.
Tim, how are you doing? You dying over there?
Yeah, you know, I'm getting out of my comfort zone and drinking this very tasty barrique, getting all the nodes. Yes, all the thick, dark nodes that coat your esophagus. So
You're working through that well. I like it. You're part of
Words
it.
being
Now,
spoken.
I got a question for you though. When we talk about aging and you know, bourbon barrels, stuff like that, and I do enjoy bourbon, but I don't like ryes. Did they ever age beers in rye bourbon barrels? And I wonder how that affects taste.
And make it even sweeter, most likely.
You think it'd be a little bit sweeter? Or is it
Ryes
okay?
are typically.
I can't think of one off the top of my head that I've had. Actually, I can. I've had the Willet Rye, Old Rasputin. I think I had a Willet Rye. I know I've had the Old Rasputin Rye, but yeah, they do it.
Okay.
I'm a big rye fan. Like I wasn't always into ryes, and I started getting more into them, and realized like most other things, there's a whole spectrum of rye because you can have a super like peppery baking spice rye all the way to it tastes like pickles. I've got a Bella Bedford at home, and it's dilly dilly. Like it tastes like a pickleback.
That would not be my favorite.
I'm not a huge pickle guy, and I love Bella Bedford.
Oh, pickle.
Fantastic.
I'm curious enough to try it.
Speaking of pickles and sours, Destel has a very weird pickle sour beer.
I haven't had theirs. I had the one that was the same people that made like the ranch and hot wings beer
Yeah.
that were God. Those are two of the worst beers I've ever had in my life. Oh my god! And then you mix them. Oh, it was so bad. It's as bad as it sounds.
Yeah.
It is as bad as. But then they do. I think it's the same brewery does a pickle and then a mustard pickle.
Yeah.
And they're again, you gotta like pickles, but it dead on tastes like a pickle. Like it's done. It's one of those like you were saying before of in the realm for what it's supposed to be. It's
Correct.
out of this world good. It's just not my cup of tea.
Right. Nor many people's, but
But it was interesting. It was fun to try.
Pickles, peanut butter, and jelly for crying.
yes.
You pregnant over there?
I know.
Pregnancy beer. Wait, no, that doesn't work.
Yeah. And then when our mama was
Non-alcoholic pickle peanut butter beer. For all the
O'Doul's,
pregnant ladies out there.
O'Doul's knocked up. It's fresh in stores.
Oh, Duels KO.
Yeah.
well, for those of us
The
in a certain
O'Doul's
age
bun in the
bracket,
oven.
Would O'Doul's knocked up just be the alcoholic version of O'Doul's?
Yeah, I guess so. The O'Doul's bun in the oven.
Is O'Doul's its own brand, or is it a brewery that actually?
No idea.
Because I wonder if they came out, if it was their own brand, if they came out with an alcoholic version, would anybody ever go buy it?
I don't think so.
And who exactly is O'Doul? Is he kind of like the loser in Ireland, do you think? Or?
Hey,
No, he's the one.
O'Doul rules.
He's
Oh, wait,
the
it's
one that
O'Doul.
stayed out of all the fights and didn't lose his wife and his job and everything.
He's the responsible one.
That's a myth. It doesn't exist.
All right, so Jim, what do you get out of this? What do you smell? What do you taste?
Let's see. I mean, I'm not as distinguished
It
as
made
you
him
guys,
choke.
right? But I mean, I get all those hints like you've already planted the seed in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, I figured that out. I get that, And again, just pairing. I'm already going to pairings, but I think a lot of it is like you described. I mean, I'm getting a lot of the chocolate, the maple syrup, like we talked about, a little bit of the bourbon.
I'm surprised.
I'm not as articulate as you.
For being 10 months in a barrel, yeah, the bourbon's not overwhelming. It's very well balanced between the beer, the bourbon, and the maple. I love the viscosity of this beer, the mouthfeel of it. I find it a little thinner than the BCBS, and it's probably just a little bit higher alcohol. You don't think it is? You think it's thicker?
Is there a beer glove effect going on, Mike?
I could, yes, there is definitely a tongue glove.
Tongue
Well,
glove.
I think that's a little bit of the maple syrup sticking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I get primarily. Yeah, I could put this in my transmission.
But this is a little, I don't know if oily is the right
Those
word.
gears
over
are
the
good to
tongue,
go,
but
man. They're not wearing out anytime soon.
This is going to lube up the inside, so later on we
the
have to hit the
high octane.
bathroom.
Yes, it is.
I have a feeling it's going to
and
be
I know-
coming out the same way.
It's like you could put this in your two-stroke. It's pre-mixed.
It's got an oil and gas mix.
That's so insulting to this beer. My feelings are hurt.
And you were speaking so glowingly about it. You're so eloquent. You're using big fancy words. And
Yeah.
these two guys are just.
We're just like,
trying
it's
to be
good.
loquacious. I'm on camera.
We are. This is the
But-
second high
gotta
alcohol
drop the
stout
$50
we've got
word.
this year, so yeah, at this point in time, it's like beer good.
But I understand this. I will say though, for this being his side piece, he's done a fantastic job.
Oh my gosh.
It's definitely, once again, for you out there,
Man's an artist.
It's definitely not for me. In fact, I like this
You're not going to go buy this right away.
way less than I like the other
Oh.
BCS bowl we just had.
Take the knife out of my heart.
But for those of you out here, ignore what I say.
IPA,
But you know what? I understand that the gyms, I think, are aligned here.
Correct,
That's not my
Jim.
go-to.
So-
That's the whole beauty of this podcast.
Yes.
That's why we started this podcast of, people have very different palates.
Yes.
It might be somebody's awesome, but it might not be your awesome.
Right.
If it were offered to me at a party or a get-together, I'd be polite and drink it, but it would take me probably an hour.
Oh, no, I would be polite and take it and then pour it out. But once
Oh,
again,
man, I got to go to the bathroom.
but once again, this is no
really
knock.
sick recently.
I'm a big fan of no knock on that. This just particularly because we are trying to be objective and as honest as we can on this podcast.
Yeah.
As far as stouts go, this is not for me.
Yeah.
So if you're not
It's on up there. It's
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to, later I'm expecting a colonic from it.
Postponed colon blow beer.
You're going to the bathroom again?
It's a stout one. It's the reality is it's good for what it is.
is it?
Mike
can
trying to
only
Don't
form
listen to
words.
these people. Okay. To our
can only
audience,
take-
don't listen to these. It is fantastic.
You can only take so much of this. Like the amount that I poured myself, not even a quarter out of the bottle. I poured a sixth.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's bad. It's just, it's a lot.
It's a lot. Oh, this is definitely a sharing bottle. This
It's
is not
a
one I would
whole
want to
lot.
drink to my dome.
There's a lot of alcohol. There's a shit ton of maple. So it's a lot of sweet.
You know,
and you
and
can only handle so much of that before your tongue is like, can I just get out of here?
And you called it a sharing beer. And so, yeah, if I had people over my house that I didn't like, I would share this beer with them.
Sorry, Joel.
Dylan, please don't hold it against him. You do fantastic work.
It is good. It's just, this is on the heavy end of stuff.
Yes.
In my radio days, I had to do one time the Great Guinness Toast. You remember when they did that?
Yeah.
And it was basically at midnight all around the world, they would do a toast with Guinness, and it was a big promotion that they did. So I was the guy that went around to the different bars, and I think we toasted at 10, 11, and midnight, and we would land at a certain key place at midnight for a giveaway and whatever. And Courtney was my girlfriend at the time, and they would limo us around. It was a lot of fun, but I had to drink. I'm not a Guinness guy at all, and I had to power that stuff down every single time.
Yeah.
My goodness, just not me. It was not my thing.
It's
Blasphemy.
I will say Guinness was lighter than I expected.
So, okay.
First time I
compared to
tried
this,
one.
it's like a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Guinness is only like 4%, I think. So if you look
Right.
at next time you get Guinness, like a can of Guinness, 16-ounce can, look at it. It's 125 calories,
Right.
which is 99 for a 12-ounce,
Yeah.
which is Mick Ultra.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I will say I was
Like it's the
surprised.
same
Yes.
caloric content as Mick. I think it's Mick Light, Mick Ultra, one
Well,
of those two.
that's why all the Irish are skinny, yet they still get that alcohol intake.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's got all the B vitamins you need. You can live off Guinness.
I can have a few more of these and I'll be
I'm
fine.
telling you.
But
I'm still
before
thin
wrap-
and sexy.
Before
like
we
your own-
move on, though, I do want to give you more time to convinced that our viewers this is actually very, very good.
If you like bourbon aged stouts, it's fantastic. It's,
Give them credit
what it
because
is.
they put a lot of effort and money into the bottle design.
Looks great.
It does look great. It's kind of a premium look to it. Even the label and everything looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, so-
it doesn't come off. It's almost, if you were to glance at it, not knowing what it is, you would think it was a wine, right?
So they do, if you ever go to the brewery, they do their wild ales, they'll have still.
Right.
And so, it's non-carbonated. And so it's great for those people that like wine, that you go, because a lot of them are pressed grapes. They're wild ales
Did
made
you say
from
oppressed grapes? Mm-hmm. Oppressed?
Oppressed,
What do they
yes.
do?
They were oppressed.
I'm sorry.
We're
Oppressed grapes. I'm like, hey,
oppressed.
you suck. You'll never be anything.
Oppressed into a tasty beverage.
You'll never amount to a full fruit. Just become a beverage.
And what part of town is Breek in?
At least you won't be a raisin, okay?
Yes.
About parts of town. It's over near the stadium.
Okay.
It's just across
East
the,
Nashville?
Oh, that's right. You said that earlier.
East, or
Yeah.
is that Stadium?
No, it's kind of like northwest center of town. I mean,
Okay.
if you leave the stadium
flood
across
zone.
the bridge, kind of, yeah. There's a big old
There's a good name for a beer.
Big old church
Flood
over
zone
there.
beer.
Can't
Okay.
There's at least two breweries right there in that area. Tennessee Brewer, was it Tennessee Brewers is down there also?
It's kind of that's more on the eastern
Yeah.
side, southeastern side.
Has anybody done a skinny jeans beer or brew?
Skinny jeans.
Yeah.
There's Blue
Like,
Pants.
It would have to be an IPA.
Yeah, totally.
Definitely.
100%.
There is a Blue Pants brewery.
Glassless frames, beards, skinny
Hey.
jeans.
I wear glassless frames. Don't pick on me.
You do?
I do.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm getting the douche chills as I sit here.
When I was
You can't. I don't want to hide all this
when
beautiful
I was shopping for glasses,
Italian
because I've only had
face
glasses for like
behind
6 months.
frames.
I've only had glasses for like 6 months. When I was shopping originally, I'm going through and I find, I can't find a pair I like, can't find a pair. Okay, this pair doesn't look that bad. And like, I take a picture of it. I don't buy it because I'm in Vision Works or whatever. It's like $300. And like, I feel like I'm getting scammed. And so of course I go into Amazon. It's like 120. And I'm like, I'm getting scammed. So I didn't, but I'm really glad I didn't buy them because I took a picture of them. Next time I go over to Mercurio's house, same damn glasses. It's like, same brand.
I paid $300 for mine.
It was the Nike. Is there Nike? Yeah. So it's the Nike bottomless frame, whatever's. Yep.
It's funny because us guys who have kids, we don't know what that life is like.
No.
Right? Dinks.
Thanks.
Yeah, you guys are dinks.
I accept
Dual
that.
income, no kids.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay. In fact, I'll drink to that.
Yeah, I get my glasses at Costco, so there you go.
Yeah.
Dude, if you don't drink for a while,
America's Best. Next time you got to get glasses, go to America's,
America's
Best.
Best.
My buddy
Really?
told me about them, because I just felt like I was getting ripped off.
Okay,
everywhere I
Mike, what
went.
were you going to say?
I have to apologize because I was the guy who thought I was going to like the stout and not like the sour.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the stout, but there's so much of it going on, even just in the small amount that I'm drinking, that I hadn't had a sip in a while, and I just took a sip, and it was like, bah! It's
Put
just,
some hair on your chest.
dude, I got enough. I'm good. I don't need more. I need more on the top of the head.
Right.
That is a man's beer. So
That's some potent
yes.
stuff, man.
You could lubricate chainsaws with it.
I'm say yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That is exact. Yeah, you put it in a little squirt bottle and just. Yeah.
I love the two-stroke analogy. It's a
perfect.
gas oil mixture.
I grew up doing that shit.
This is a good
My
5-to-1
dad's-
mixture of.
Well, between the alcohol content and just the kind of motor oil viscosity of it, I think it plays.
Castrol.
it is definitely.
Last time I went to visit my dad this over Thanksgiving, he said, "Hey, my wife bought me the brand new chainsaw over here, this lightweight piece of crap," and and I'm like, "What's wrong with lightweight?"
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "I've still got my nice 19," and he pulls out this 1935 or 1953 chainsaw that weighs as much as me. He's like, "This is what I'm giving you," and I'm like, "That weighs as much as me."
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do shit.
Why don't you just give me an infant while you're at it?
It's going to kick back, go flying. You're just going to go with it.
Yeah, but what's funny is I have the memories of him with his little squirt bottle with that little two-stroke and then squirting that on it, and it looked exactly like
It's like a midget with handles that's just sitting there like he's got a freaking saw in his hand, is going back and forth, right? That's what it is.
Grab me some more.
There you go.
You know-
You've got to save room for the our palate twister.
Oh man. Okay, so we are
palate twister.
breaking the spectrum of what you should be able to try for beers today. So, excuse me. After my stout burp. Good Lord.
Oh no, I'm good. Thank you.
More?
No,
No.
I'm good.
Again, it's good. If you have truthfully, if you have a tasting party, if you have a bunch of people get together for the sake of trying some beers,
Right.
one bottle of this amongst a good 6, 7 to 10 people
Right. Yes, you are right.
Yeah.
will be great. Everybody will enjoy it for what it is.
It's
They will
small
enjoy
doses.
the flavors,
Yes.
Yeah.
and it won't knock the shit out of them.
And that's what I really like doing at Reek with their bottle. You go because they got a bunch of tap beers, and so they're going to have your lagers, and they crush the lagers. Various artists when we went there, became a fan of lagers again. I hadn't drank them in years because they just fall flat to me. I like the big, heavy, alcoholic stuff, and they crush it, and they're so good. But you go and so you get some light lagers, and then you get a bottle of their stout or a bottle of their sour, and you kind of share it with the bar.
This would make a good. Well, I don't know what you just did to my sound, but I hear twice of me. So
Really?
Jim's messing with my voice.
No.
So last episode we were talking about an ice cream float.
Yeah.
Double barrel.
That would hold nothing to this. This would be a great alcoholic.
yes.
Honestly, I mean,
Float.
this also marinating a steak in it or something like that, or even putting it over turkey or
Pork chop.
potatoes.
This is a pork marinade.
Right,
This is not
right.
a steak marinade because it's too sweet. You
Do a
put
little
this on
reduction,
pork.
boil it down.
Yeah.
This with a little bit of brown sugar on a pork loin, and then
Yeah.
grill it would
Touch of
be
balsamic.
perfect.
Out of this world. Yep.
Absolutely. All right, so there you go.
So we're doing the switch now, right?
We're gonna do the switch. So we're gonna take a quick pause,
Okay.
and we're gonna come back with something
Drink the
totally
other
crazy.
half this
All right,
beer.
let's do it. Welcome back. We took a slight break and talked about being old and foot issues and jogging and all that fun stuff. And
some
all
honey
the while
mustard pretzels.
swishing with water to get that last one
Das
out.
pretzels now on the shelves.
We had to put some kitty litter in our mouth to absorb the last one.
I legitimately
Y'all ain't
stuck my head under the faucet upstairs just to try to blow some of that out for a little while.
Didn't realize I was doing a podcast with a bunch of baby girls.
Wait, Jen, don't you have a good band
John,
for us?
A band?
You have a little wristband for us that tells us.
Right here. Don't you?
Yeah.
There we go.
Don't be a little bitch.
Yeah, so
I was
obviously
wearing it before.
3 of the 4 of us were little bitches in that last
you had to
episode.
take it off after that last
I did.
one.
That's
Right.
why I'm not wearing it anymore. Which is funny because I thought I was going to be the guy who liked the last one and then was going to hate this next one.
I'm honestly amazed. Like, I thought you would love it if y'all like the BCBS.
Yeah.
I thought I would like it. I did. It's I don't dislike it. I would like this much of it.
Right.
This much.
I
Small
still
doses.
got that much of it.
And enjoy all of it with my blessing.
Consider it's like having guests in town. It's they start to stink after 3 days, like fish.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Benjamin Franklin.
It's nice. It's nice for a little while. Then after a while, you're like, nah.
Yeah.
So, Jim, go ahead and tell us about this next one. What do we do? What are we doing to wreck our palate completely?
Now we're just going to go to the opposite end of the spectrum with a nice sour.
No, you're already wrong.
Well, I'll just call it a sour. And this goes back to one of my favorite breweries, Parish Brewing Company. For those of you who don't know, strawberries, the fruit of the state of Louisiana. So this is a nice fruited sour, strawberry mochi. Gonna have that lactose, gonna have that dessert type beer. So it's gonna be a little bit thicker. We do, in fact, I'll give you the honors to roll it. Typically what you'd like to do with a fruity lactosey beer is kind of roll it.
Really?
Yes.
So a lot of times you get a sediment, it kind of, the pulp and everything else will kind of just, settle at the bottom. You just go ahead and put it on the side, give it a little gentle roll, mix it up.
Huh.
You're not trying to shake up the beer, but you want to
I'd have no idea.
give it a little stir.
Wow.
It'd be more fun if you told Jim that
exactly.
you're supposed to.
So-
Beer. I'll let you do the
And it's
honors.
it's a
Pop
nice
it.
fun can. We got a little laughing strawberry on the front.
I'm a huge fan of fun cans.
Right, we've got here. I'll put it right here.
It's very
Once again, everybody, to remind you, this is our logo with Jim at the producer. I'm not even sure what that animal is,
Right.
but fun little animal with the hat, some big eyes.
I can hold it up when I get
Yeah,
there.
we'll
So-
pass it
okay.
around. We'll get you guys the view.
And it comes in my favorite size, which is a pint. Because I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. So one of the episodes in the first the Fellowship, when the hobbits are in, an ale house.
The Shire.
Yeah,
When
well,
the
when they're in the
Shire.
ale house, they come back with some meat, and we're like, "Did you know it comes in pints?" So for me, 16 ounces is always the way to go. All right.
Well, it sounded good so far.
It did. Looks good. It's going to pour nice and easy.
That's a lot lighter than I thought
That's
it was going to be.
It is a little bit
Almost
lighter.
clear.
I thought it was going to be a thick boy.
Here you go. So did your mama, bud.
Wow.
But he threw it in the butt. You should have stopped right there. That was funny. All right, so yeah, first off, I'm surprised. It is not strawberry in color. I was expecting, based on the can, this to be like neon.
Strawberry and smell.
Well, it's a lot of vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a lot of vanilla. Because you're getting that mochi. And you guys may know more mochi than I do, if I'm even saying that.
I think
right.
it's
So, Jim,
mochi.
if you'll
Mochi,
rotate by
right. I
your
don't-
fingers, there's a weird little animal. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a sloth or a what, but yeah, we got to get that for the camera.
I didn't even
Oh,
look
there
at
it
it.
is. Yes.
All right, so we'll make sure we have pictures of this
Ewok.
can up there as well.
I think it's an Ewok.
I think
We'll
it
have
is an
pictures of
Ewok.
our cans.
Okay, we'll do the pour.
Now, I'd love to have Jim, our resident newbie, kind of try this one first.
Start us off. All
Want me to
right.
start it off? You want to get my
Because this is
visceral
definitely
reaction?
a unique
The non-beer drinker, well, the non-craft beer drinker.
non-craft beer
reaction.
drinker. This is a unique one.
Okay.
What do you smell?
Everybody's looking.
We don't want to influence you and what nodes you're picking up. And
Oh, I know exactly what I smell.
You know, I think this is a contaminated cup. But I do. It is definitely fruity. I do smell
You
the
smell
strawberry.
ass.
oh, it's so good.
The long silent pause.
You know, this is a beer that you would like after mowing a lawn would be very refreshing.
Okay, so it's a lawnmower beer.
Yeah,
Refreshing.
it is refreshing.
So
It's,
sour is not the
so-
first. It didn't make you make the lemon face.
No, not
No.
Off the nose, I almost want to say strawberry shortcake, but I think it's beyond that. It's strawberry angel food cake.
Angel.
Yeah,
Yes.
nice job.
I haven't even tasted it yet, but just off the nose, I get angel food cake and strawberry.
That's a winner right there.
I was thinking that you know the wafer cookies. You get the
Yes.
vanilla and the chocolate and the Neapolitan
Yeah,
wafers.
yeah.
This is the strawberry.
Well,
wafer
and that makes sense
cookies.
because what we saw, it's got a lot of vanilla as well. So it's a lot of vanilla, a lot of strawberry. So you will get that strawberry wafer kind of a town. And even though it's lactose, it's not as creamy as a lot of the sours that are heavy on the lactose would be. So
On the tongue, I definitely get the lactose and the creaminess of it. Strawberries and cream.
But are you tolerant of the lactose? Is the question.
You know, I'm tolerant of everybody.
Right.
he's equally tolerant. So I haven't tasted it yet. I just keep smelling it.
I know the nose is fantastic. I kind of
It's
just
nice.
live in the nose for about 5-10 minutes and
like-
be happy.
It's a very
and
light
Mike, I don't think you will dislike this one as much because it's not a pucker face sour.
Hence the reason I haven't tried it yet is I just
Yeah.
keep smelling it. I'm
Right.
good
No,
here.
if I'm-
I'm fine.
I-
This is
I
toe
almost
in
call
the
this-
water. I don't need to get
Yeah.
the balls
It's
in.
almost like a strawberry vanilla cream ale.
It is, yeah. It is. It does have more of an ale kick to it than it does a sour.
It's like a
But it's so drinkable.
strawberry version of Blue Moon almost.
It's a Berliner Weiss, so I mean,
Yes.
it technically is in the sour family. But yeah, it's not.
That's not that bad, Mike.
It's not a heavy
Diving
fruited
in.
sour.
Let's see what
It's
happens.
got like a
Oh,
zero.
here we hear
pucker
Mike's
factor.
about to take a taste.
Here we go. Let's see, Mike.
Not bad.
That's a sour.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying.
Right. That's what I was saying. It's Berliner. So it's
That
in
is
the
not a
sour
sour.
family, but it's not a fruited sour that's tastes like liquefied sweet tarts.
No, that's great.
Jim,
That's
what's it
great.
say on the can? It's Berliner Weiss with strawberry, vanilla, lactose, and I thought there was something else.
Strawberry, vanilla, milk, sugar, and toasted rice.
Yes.
Toasted rice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and once again, it's
So, you got me drinking rice beer now.
I do,
All
which is ironic because off the air in episode 1, we're talking about how bad rice beers are.
Budweiser.
No offense to those of you who drink or make
Oh,
rice beers.
massive offense to Budweiser. Massive offense to Budweiser.
But so,
This is mind blowing.
yes.
So several things. One, there was actually a little bit of a head that stuck around for a little while, but not terribly long. It's pretty thin. Two, the color is watered down orange juice
No, I mean it's got some
with a little pink added.
It's a
little pink
strawberry blonde.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. The nose was great, very strawberry, wafers, strawberries. I get it. The flavor, I don't know if it's because I was expecting the absolute worst, where I was going to have my tongue like uppercut right out of my face, or what. But that's great.
Yeah.
It is an angel food cake. It is a strawberry glazed angel food cake as a beer.
And very crushable. Yeah. Like
Oh no, yeah, this
Yeah, you can slam it.
4.5%, I think. Yeah. Very easy drinking.
Not the most manly can to hold.
You know what? If I was hot sitting by the pool, I wouldn't
right.
give a shit.
Wasn't it the same?
That's a pool beer. Like you were
That
talking
is
about
a pool
lawnmower
beer.
beers. That's
Yes.
a pool beer.
Right.
It's like that cartoon strawberry shortcake or whatever it was. It kind
It
of looks the
is.
same
It's
with the
a
Care Bears.
laughing strawberry. So if
I
I'll
want
hold it
that
to the
on the
camera.
beach with my wife in a bikini next to me, drinking it, just listening to the waves roll in.
You know, Ben,
yes,
I'm not going to
that's-
disagree with, as long as you put it on her OnlyFans page, we'll be
Right.
good.
Well, she doesn't have an OnlyFans page. I have been trying to convince her to create an Only Feet page. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Dude, the feet pics are
feet finder.
okay,
Like,
feet.
she has these tiny, cute little feet. Like she wears like a woman's size 5. Like, oh my gosh, you can make so much money. Why won't you objectify yourself?
It's funny seeing that life. Yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
So no, I had a client yesterday literally
Actually,
walked
I
in.
just bought a new car, and my wife's Feet Finder account did pay for it.
The Feet Finder
please
funded
don't, please don't tell her she's got a Feet Finder account.
Well, right. Yeah. You
Don't
don't.
tell her.
She doesn't know. She wakes up and her feet are sticking out of the bottom
She's
of
a
the bed.
very, she's a very
Why are you
hard.
taking pictures of my feet,
She's a
Ben?
very hard sleeper. Don't give away all my secrets.
Oh, it's great. Okay, no. So for those who don't know, I have a financial advisory firm, and a client came in yesterday, just frustrated with her career, and she came in and she said, "I am done. I am done." I said, "What are you going to do?" She goes, "I'm going to sell my soul." I said, "Sell your soul?" She goes, "Yes, feet pics." I was like,
Oh.
"Soul for soul."
Wah, wah.
She did it down.
Come on, Jim.
It was
Here we
great.
go.
You have to edit that one out.
But she's legitimately thinking of doing foot pics to make money just so she doesn't have to deal with her career. I was like, that's awesome.
I'm literally all for it. Like, look, okay, it's your feet. Like, you're not showing anything intimate.
Yeah.
You're not.
Right.
If people are going to pay you $3.99 a month to get feet pics,
We'll do that as part of the
Why
podcast. Here's my feet. Here's the beer. No.
here's my proposition. Like, we get because you can't just have the same feet every picture, right? So like, you get a group of 5 guys together and just you get all the wives' feet and.
All the wives' feet. I like the plural of feet. Feet.
I'm telling you,
wives'
it's so easy to make money in today's day and age. Apparently, I'm not doing it, but
So
I
there's
keep
that,
hearing it just seems like, yeah, we should be doing this.
there's that one Korean lady that she's a young lady that just it's her and her cat, and she just eats for hours and videotapes what she eats.
I think I've seen
And
this.
people
It's always
watch
a
this and
giant
pay
bowl.
her. She's a multi-millionaire for the fact that she just talks about
The new
the food.
economy.
Yeah.
So hey,
That's off to you.
if anybody wants to pay us, we're going to sit here and talk about
beer?
drinking beer.
That's right.
You're welcome to help us out.
Here's my thoughts on this. You know, you're always going to have problems in the world, but we live in the best time ever because there are people that are eating food in front of a camera and are multi-millionaires now.
Right.
It's the new. We have enough disposable economy somewhere in the economy that people can be spending millions of dollars a month collectively on nonsense.
Right.
And it's kind of a cool time to be alive.
It is.
Especially if you're one of the people making money from it.
That's
Yes.
right.
Just saying. It's a wild time, man. Inflation's affecting that a little bit because everything costs more. So it costs more to bring great beer reviews. It's still worth
Very
it.
true.
It's still worth
I
it.
saw New York eggs are $12 a dozen.
Sam's,
Wow.
I buy eggs by the carton because I eat eggs every morning for breakfast. That's all I eat.
Your
as a
cartons are this big.
The big-
He's,
no,
he's
the-
doing
the
about a
case.
cubic foot for those that
The
aren't
case.
watching this.
Right.
So I go to Sam's and buy the case, and they were completely sold out. I've never seen them sold out.
But don't eggs go bad after a certain amount of time?
Well,
I eat them so fast. They
Okay.
it does. There are tricks.
That's why I'm so buff.
You look
you
at
know, my
old world
130
ways
pound
preserve.
frame.
So the Irish way is you take egg and you lather it in butter, and the butter seals off the pores of the egg. Because if you take a farm fresh egg It's really gross, but don't wash it off, and you
No, you
just
don't wash
leave
it.
it straight out of the chicken's butt with the poop on it,
Right.
and it'll stay good on the counter for like 3 weeks. Not in the fridge, on the counter.
Okay.
So what? And it's
Straight out of the chicken's
That's
butt
very
with
true.
the poop
So like
on it.
the Irish would do butter around it. I think old Southern Appalachia had a way of like putting them in some sort of preservative in a jar, and it would stay good for
Lard.
3 years.
I'm really wishing I had more of that 15% barrel stout earlier.
So watch out.
Because I'm not sure how we delved down into poop covered eggs.
Poop covered eggs.
Oh, but
Because I mean, that's kind of how you describe
I
the last
got-
beer.
that was very true. Well, maybe that's the secret. He wanted to make his
covered
beer
eggs. That
last
is the
longer, so
representation
we
of the last
covered it in poop.
Okay,
But-
here's the beauty of it though: is the negative feelings and emotions you felt with the last beer have done nothing but increase the positive emotions.
Yes.
It's all relative, right? So you were down in the dredges of, oh, this has got off on. Now you get this, and you're like, man, this
Wow,
is really
my day
fucking
just
good.
got better.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what I was joking about earlier, is the fact that I don't know if I was expecting something so bad or if it was what I already had maybe that was so bad or whatever, but this is really good. So
Now I will say, and yes, for those of you out there steering back on, Parish Brewing Company's fantastic. They don't make a bad beer. And if you do want to dip your toes into the water, this would be a great sour to get into.
I
So,
gotta say this is easily, as you mentioned, crushable.
Oh yeah.
I've never met a crushable sour.
Yes.
I don't consider this a sour.
No.
It's
It's not.
It's not sour. It's
Right.
it's a what is that? Not Shock Top. What's the one that everybody drinks? The
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon.
Yeah.
It's a strawberry Blue Moon.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So, yeah.
there's no wheat in this beer.
I don't pay attention to you. I
I
don't
know.
It
You don't pay
literally is
attention. That's fine.
nothing like a blue moon, but yes.
know. Well, it's much higher quality. Let's put it that way.
Perceptive wise.
Right, exactly. Right.
I'm really giving myself palate because I've still got the stout left, and I'm kind of going.
Oh, you're
back and
going back-
forth. I'm
oh,
going back
wow.
and forth. I'm
That-
I'm
going
kind of.
for it.
I did the same thing, and I
Strawberry
need
and
like a
chocolate.
fresh cup or something.
Call it animal style.
Next time we have our branded glasses, we'll have.
Yeah.
Or I'll bring my,
no.
Dick's Last Resort glasses in. We'll use those.
So, all right.
Does that mean we got to be really mean to each other when we drink out of them?
Sure. Aren't we already doing that already?
I was like
We're
13
mean to
years
the beer
old.
Right.
I'm with my friend down at Myrtle Beach, and I think it was Myrtle Beach, and we go to Dick's Last Resort.
Yeah.
First time ever going. I don't even know if I was 13. I might have been 11 or 12. I was pretty young.
Right.
Go there the first time, never been, and obviously loved it because
Right.
adolescent male humor,
Oh, yeah.
dicks, they're being mean to you, they're making fun of you. So I'm thinking, because I'm 13 years old, right? I know everything, that I can go toe to toe with the waiter. Big mistake. This is still one of my favorite, and it's on me, but one of my favorite insults I've ever heard in my life is I'm sitting there and I'm trying to give the waiter some shit, and he looks at me and goes, "Dude, you're so pathetic, you couldn't get laid in a woman's prison." I was done. You roasted and murdered.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So,
You got to speak into the mic, Mike.
what do we? This is the mic. What do we pair this with? Is there a pairing for this?
I like he said, I think it's a bikini and a beach.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not a bikini on any of us, but
A
female in a bikini on a beach.
Hey man, you were saying you run, you rock climb, you might look kind of, you might pass in bikini, my friend.
I run to offset.
Can we see
I'm just
Jim?
trying to break even.
I can see this now. Hey, Jim running down in the bikini down the beach with his.
But I will say this would pair well at the pool. Just a nice sunny day.
It's a good pool
beach
beer.
vibes.
Cheese
like,
board.
Yeah.
Cheese board. I got a
cheese
grilled
board.
chicken.
Yeah,
Grilled chicken
like-
sandwich.
All right.
Ooh.
Or even just
Grilled
some
chicken
ceviche.
salad,
Chicken
Just
salad
some
sandwich. I want this with a chicken salad sandwich
Yeah.
so no, it's
On the
fantastic.
and bikinis.
And bikinis. For sure.
And if we want to go straight to the rating, for me, I don't know if y'all have seen Friday Night Lights, but it's a 10. Oh, give it a 10. Right? So,
He's all in.
yes. All in. All in.
Clear eyes, clear
Yes.
hearts, can't lose.
So,
All right. So for a sour, I'll give it a 10 because it ain't a sour.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mike.
I'm 100% in
saying.
on this
I think
if this was what sours were like.
Yeah.
As far as a beer overall, I like some fruit in my beer from time to time. It's not an everyday thing. But as far as what they were able to create with this, it's a 9. It's easily a 9.
I agree.
I'm saying, I mean, for its style, like it's weird to me that it's Berliner Weiss and it's not kind of have a little bit of pucker because they generally do. So it kind of that to me almost knocks it down a little bit. I like the pucker, so
I do get that aspect.
I'm going as far as like a fruited Berliner Weiss. I'm going an 8.2 on a beer overall. I'm going a 6.7.
I'm with you though, because I do like mine with a little bit of pucker. So that would be my only knock on it if I did take away from it.
If it had a little bit of punch to it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah.
But at 4.5%, I mean, it is just crushable. And anybody who's listened to season 1 knows, like, that's one of the things for me is the drinkability. And I've gone into it with some of the stouts before of like, this is great. We're also having 4 to 5 ounces of it. Could you drink 12 ounces of this beer?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Could we drink 12 ounces of the last one we just had?
It'd take me a while, but yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This, I could drink 12
Only
ounces
if I
of it
just-
in about 12 seconds.
Well, and I do think if you take this versus a Mick Ultra, right? Or a Coors Light, Bud Light.
How about a Natty Light? Because
You're talking about similar calories, similar ABV, but this has flavor. Like this
This
is
is a
enjoyable.
great gateway craft.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like for anybody who's not a big beer drinker, they drink Budweiser, they drink, or the ladies would love this. Like,
Yes.
You want to impress your girlfriend
Mike
with the
does.
beer that she doesn't like. She doesn't like beer, and you want to find one that she likes. She'll like this beer. Yeah. It's fruity. It's light.
Sorry.
That was good.
We got sidetracked.
I would agree. I think if anybody who is not a beer fan who likes more of the fruity style of stuff, if they wanted to get into a beer,
Yeah, gateway. Yeah,
this is a
the
gateway
gateway
beer.
to craft beers is an excellent way to describe this. Because I can't imagine you'd find anybody who wouldn't at least enjoy this.
Right.
Like
unless they're allergic to strawberries.
Or lactose.
or lactose. Less than lactose intolerant, allergic to strawberries.
If you do not like the whole milk thing, I would maybe stay away from this beer.
So, but I do think it's something. Yeah, anyone
It's
would at
clean,
least
it's
enjoy.
refreshing.
Okay, so I have a question. So I'm not familiar with this because lactose, it's a weird thing to be adding to beers already. The point of it is to make it creamier and smoother. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, so when they say lactose, they're not adding straight milk. There's milk sugar,
Right.
So it's the sugar
from
they
the milk.
use to get eaten by the yeast, but it's the milk sugar, and the lactose stays in there.
The point of it being,
It gives it a creamy mouthfeel.
Yeah.
okay, so okay.
So that creamy mouthfeel you're getting is the lactose sugar.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you find that to be in different beers palate affecting? Or
Absolutely.
Is it, okay, so
yeah.
does it create the milk the tongue glove as well over time?
Yes, and possibly is the answer.
Yes, and possibly.
There's some that are they'll definitely kind of
Okay.
coat. And this one, I don't think this one. This is light
This one
enough.
definitely did right.
Yeah, this is light
this
enough on the
does not.
ABV that it's going to wash right
Right.
down. You get some, like we got Southern Grist here in town.
Yeah.
Produces, consistently great beer. They use a lot of lactose in a lot of their sours, and they can get kind of the thicker sours though. Like the viscosity of it gets that tongue glove going. Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice and thin. It produces no negative effects that I can tell. It's just it washes off, and it's good. I like it. I'm a fan. All right, ratings. You gave it 10.
Yeah, 10.
I gave it 10, or I know I gave it 9.
9.
I gave a 6.5, which I was surprised by.
For overall
beer overall,
for
right.
overall beer, for the style, it's like an 8.5, 8.2.
And I'm wondering where you're getting the decimals from. I mean, it's like I'm just going with whole numbers.
Well, he's an untapped insider. so
we
you
don't
get
It would be
0.1.
for me. I think it would be a 9 if it had a little bit more kick with the sourness.
You got to go back to the old episodes. Of
Season
our ratings got a little off the rails.
Did you ever do a lot? It's
like-
probably like an 8.678. I want to
It's
say.
like 6 karate chops out of karate chop.
Yeah, it's part of the fun. Depends on how many episodes we recorded.
Yeah, that's right. How loose we were feeling.
Right.
We've recorded too many when it's like, hey, Ales and Tales podcast. We're here for the 10th episode.
Have a really hard time grading beers.
So, okay.
Like subjective.
So that last one that we did, the stout, I would give it out of 3 fall flat on your faces, at least 2.5.
So you have a really nice car sitting in the driveway.
What'd you take,
I
the
hate
Lambo
to
this
tell
time?
you,
or-
but one of the tires is slashed.
That's okay. We have surveillance camera footage here. We can figure out what.
Oh, good.
That's all right. I paid. I almost got to do it.
I just know.
I saw.
Somebody. The kid next door.
maybe.
I will just say that
I didn't pay
barrique,
anybody. I didn't pay anybody. That's
that barrique rocked me like a wagon wheel, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
So yeah,
like just kind
broken
know.
spokes.
bumpy, rough road.
Yeah.
You got some broken spokes.
you know,
on it.
I
The
Maybe
wagon
a
wheel.
broken axle.
well,
You were
there's
hanging
also
upside
another
down.
little hitting agenda in the rock me mama like a wagon wheel
Yeah.
with the barrique owner. So
Yeah.
I'll let our viewers figure that out over time. So
Is Darius Rucker Hootie?
oh, they don't have to figure it out because Jim can just tell them.
That's right.
Yes.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks for taking
Thank
the
you.
mystery away, Jim.
That's what I
Jim
do.
just killed Jim's joke.
Just trying to have a
You
little
got
fun
Jimmed.
here. Just
Yeah.
trying to get
No
viewers
fun
something to
allowed.
come back to. Okay.
All right.
But
I'm the fun killer.
So was that barrique. I'm
I
kidding.
hate all of you.
oh my God, we're gonna be like, you know, when you have the pictures of people who write bad checks
Yeah.
because it's all we do.
We walk
Have,
into the bar. And
we're not gonna be allowed into barrique anymore. They're gonna be like, oh hell no, get out, like go.
But seriously, all their other stuff is great, and that one was
I'm
good.
trying to
You
save
just-
face now. Mike.
No, I'm gonna
you
save-
bash their beer
this-
for
I
the
have to
last
save this
20
face.
minutes. Like,
Their,
all right.
their other beers, I love pretty much everything I've had by them.
okay,
I think every single thing I've had. If I see them on a menu for draft, they're normally one of the first
Okay,
ones I go
okay.
to because they are good.
Great.
But I can only handle so much of that
Right,
break. It's
yes.
not. This much was good. This much was okay. This much was what the hell have I
yes.
just
I'll
done to
drink
Another
myself?
bottle right now.
I might use it to put out fires on my worst enemy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I might.
The good thing is
Y'all
it's
can
so
get
thick
me
it
banned
would
for that
quench
shit.
the fire, so that makes sense. Right on. All right.
So anyhow, hey, and
else
if
we
anybody
got?
wants to, I am an Untapped nerd. So if you want to add me on Untapped, it's JTONEY08. I am the beer nerd who has to pull out his phone when I get a draft beer and enter it in and check my friends' ratings and all that. So big fan of Untapped. I'm an insider as well. So
How many medallions you got now?
I got like 1,500 something badges.
That's what they are.
Yeah,
badges.
it's badges, yeah.
You don't
I
need no
don't-
we don't
stinking
need
badges. I got 0 badges, man. I don't need no stinking badges.
So yes, it's my buddy Chris McDaniel and Mike Littleton. We're like I said, it's Pokemon for 50-year-old alcoholic men. Like
Gotta collect them all.
we are walking around with our phone trying to find that
That's how I
venue
feel about
badge.
whiskey.
Yes. All right. Yes. So
Like I've gotten there with whiskey. I just got way too many open bottles in my house.
Yeah.
I buy more than I drink. It's like, oh, I haven't had that. I want to try it.
My bar looks like. It looks like
In amateurs. You got like 8 bottles on your bar, bro.
I have 8 bottles of scotch on my bar right now.
It's been a while. I need to
The
come over.
problem I have is it's a bar that represents a person who doesn't want to let anything die. Like I get down,
you got the FOMO.
okay, you get down to this point and you stop because I don't want that last sip
Right.
because if when I finish it, it's done
That's it.
and I got to
It's
do another
gone.
or because I find some weird bottles you can't find, and that's
Right.
what I try to stick with.
You live once.
Yeah, but I also
You could die tomorrow.
So my wife
Drink it
gives me
now.
she gives me a lot of shit for the fact that I save a whole lot of this amount for people who haven't had it yet. So when I know that they finally come over, I'm like,
oh,
here,
that's nice.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Right.
there you go. Well, yeah. But I mean that's I want to enjoy it, but it's like this pod. This is the benefit. This is why this podcast started,
Yes.
folks. Is you're going to share what you share with others and you enjoy. There's something about it, sharing it with others and being able to just have this ridiculous experience, picking
Unless
on each
they
other, having
shit
fun.
all over it.
or shit all over their joy. Hey, thanks for waiting and sharing this with me. It tastes like ass. But I mean, that's the benefit of it. So that's my bar is filled with bottles with this much in it because I don't want to be the last one to finish it. I want to be able to share it with somebody.
I go through phases where I get those and I've got to clear out and I just start finishing. Just kill 'em. You
There are
gotta,
moments.
gotta get it's the Buddhist letting go. You got to let go of the attachment and just
If it doesn't bring you joy.
Letting go of it. Letting go of it means you go give it to somebody else, not letting go
you
and
got to
just
transition
down.
from the fear of missing out to the joy of missing out.
That's right.
I have the joy of missing out of this in the future because I enjoyed it now in the present.
Very philosophical.
Yeah.
Deep. Deep thoughts with Stuart.
Can you expand upon that? Or?
That was deeper than I'm going to go.
Well, I'm just so excited you guys brought me on too for the reboot. So
It's been great, man.
I couldn't think of anybody
Well,
better to
having you
bring
on
into
here.
it. So.
no, yeah, thanks. Right. It's looking forward to future episodes.
All right. There we go.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys will as well. I think that's going to be it because I think we're out of beer. Or we're out of everything except for the barrique. Hope you guys get a chance to go out and try some of this stuff. Both are worthwhile.
Yes.
Some in smaller amounts than others. But yeah,
I
fantastic
think,
time.
just be adventurous. Just
Be adventurous.
While
Share
I
your
didn't,
beer.
while I didn't
Try new
enjoy the
things.
barrique, I'm glad I tried it. You know what I mean? Just
There we go.
you never know.
You check
And
it off the bucket list.
Yes.
That's it. And we hope to hear from you guys as well. So let us know what you think. If you get a chance to try it or if you've tried it before, we'd love to hear your thoughts. The Ales and Tales podcast on Instagram, the Ales and Tales podcast on Facebook. We've got more stuff in the works. We're going to come to you with that. Otherwise, till next time.
Rock out with your hops out.